Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609 live and in color from Central Texas, USA on a Friday morning, January the 28th. I don't know what day it is, 26th, 28th. It's in January. But anyway, what we're going to touch on today is, or I'm going to talk to myself about, and y'all can listen. And then later on, if you want to leave a comment with some input, that would be appreciated. But what it is this. I'm 72 years old, as I've said 16,388 times, and I haven't been to a doctor, except I go to a dermatologist, but I haven't been to a general practitioner type doctor in over 20 years. I don't even remember the name of the guy I went to. But anyway, so I got an email from Medicare saying that, once a year you can go get all this stuff, these tests done for free and stuff. And I thought, well, I have never done that, so I might do that. I might go and get a blood workup so they can look for stuff. And I don't feel bad at all, other than my skin rash crap. But I thought, anyway, I'm 72 years old. Might not be a bad idea to do that, because if there's anything going wrong, maybe they can catch it early, and maybe. But anyway, so I got on the internet yesterday and started looking for a doctor. What a joke. I mean, hello, welcome to the USA Today. I could not pronounce the names of any of the doctors. Not that that's bad. I don't know where they're from. India, Pakistan, Iran, China, Japan, wherever they're from. Those names sure didn't look familiar to me. I didn't see any McDonald's or Joneses or whatever, and or Browns, or, the names I can remember. It was funny. And then it occurred to me, do I want to go to a male doctor or a female doctor? Well, I'm a male, so you'd think, well, I'll go to a male doctor. Okay, well, that makes sense, because males would know more about males than females would. I make that assumption. So I thought, okay, I've narrowed it down to a male. We'll go to a male. And then, do I want to go to an old doctor or a young doctor? Well, I thought, I'd like to go to a doctor maybe in his 40s, I don't want to go to a guy that's fixing to retire, because he might doze off while I'm in his office, or her office, or his office, his. So, it's not that. And then I found out they have these wellness clinics, or whatever they are. You just walk in and see a PA, a physician's assistant, and, they can do the blood workup and physical and all that stuff just like a doctor, maybe even better, I don't know. So, with that in mind, I guess I'm going to do that. And anyway, I did my stretching this morning, and I went out to do my walking because the temperature is 49 degrees, and I thought surely that wouldn't be too cold. And it is. It's damp. It's not much wind. But you heard the phrase, there's a chill in the air. Well, there's a chill in the air here in Central Texas, because I walked for about, I don't know, maybe half a mile, and I said, hell, I'm cold. And I do not like being cold, so I turned around and went back to the house, and now I'm headed over to Wally Mart or Lowe's or somewhere to do my walking. But on the way, I'm going to double check and see if that deer is not here, because the deer that I hit yesterday is right up here on the left. But he's not there. He wasn't there yesterday, because I turned around and came back and checked, and I didn't find a deer at all. But that doesn't mean that he didn't wander somewhere and then flop over. So I'm looking over here to the left of the road, because that's where he would be. He was running parallel to my pickup on the right-hand side, right along here. And then he just cut right in front of the pickup. They do that, and I know that. And I avoided it like the plague. But it didn't do any damage to my pickup, and I don't think that it killed the deer. Okay, I don't think. But anyway, I don't see it. I'm not exactly sure this is the exact spot, but we're getting close. But anyway, back to the doctor deal. It was really an exercise in something to think about that, you know. And then I got to thinking about going to doctors, you know. You know, you go to a doctor. I have to say, this is a terrible thing to say, but it's truth with me. I am actually scared to go to a general practitioner. Why? Because every time I go, they come up with some crap that requires something that ends up with no results whatever. You know, I mean, they say, well, we need to run this test. It looks like this is a little elevated, or we need to do this, and you need to try this and come back. You know, I hate to say it, but my faith in doctors is not at an all-time high. Not that they're doing anything different than they've ever done. It's just that, you know, when you know you've only got a 12-minute window for them to look at you and come up with the perfect solution to your medical problem, that kind of concerns me. But I will. I'm going to go by a wellness center thing, a PA, and see. There aren't that many general practitioners around. Everybody's a specialist now. If you have a foot problem, you go to a foot doctor. If you have an intestinal problem, you go to a gastrointestinal whatever. And you know, and so they're all fragmented now. And the old days of going into, like in Kennedy, the doctor's name was Dr. Bonstetter, and he was everything. He delivered babies. He did surgery. He did everything. I mean, he was a small town general practitioner, kind of like the old doctor on Gunsmoke. If you required some kind of health care, he was it. Got a little mist and rain here now. Yeah, it was actually misting on me when I was out walking. But anyway, yeah, the medical profession is so changed, and I'm so scared of it. You know, if you get caught up in that, man, I just think they'll kill you. You know, I don't know that they intend to. Well, obviously they don't, but you know, they milk your insurance because that's what these hospital corporations do. They're for-profit organizations, you know. You know, it's not like, you know, they're no different than Google or Amazon or Walmart. You know, HCA, Hospital Corporation of America. Come on. Got a little misty rain here. If it gets too thick, I'll clean the windshield, but right now it's okay. So, I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of whatever. But yeah, when I looked at the names of those doctors, I said, my God. But I thought, you know, I might want to check. I mean, I don't feel, you know, aside from the skin rash, which itches every now and then and stuff, you know, the normal aging stuff, I don't have any issues that I know of. But you know, whenever I go, they usually say that I have high blood pressure, because my blood pressure will be like 135 over whatever. But for some reason, when I go to see a doctor, even if it's a dermatologist, I am stressed to the max. You know, I mean, my blood pressure may be 120 over 70, but I can go to a doctor and it'll go up quite a bit. You'll get to see my windshield wipers. Windshield wipers slap in time. Bobby put his hand in mine, sang every song we ever knew, or something like that. I hear a rattling noise. Whoa. Oh, here it is. It was my chocolate almonds in my little plastic cup. But be that as it may, guys, so I'm thinking about going. Well, I thought it would be a good idea to have like a family doctor, you know, like a doctor, because as I get older, I may have need for some of their services, you know what I mean? And it'd be nice to have one. But the guy I went to years ago, I think he was actually he wasn't a general practitioner. He was a pediatrician. He delivered babies. But he was the only doctor available when I went in at that time. And It wasn't an emergency, it's just a minor thing. Bacterial infection that I couldn't seem to get under control. And he gave me some antibiotics, which knocked it in about 3 days. And that's one of the reasons to go to doctors, because they can prescribe stuff that you can't get over the counter that will work. So it is Friday. This is the whatever of we're almost through with January 2018 already. Can you believe that? Wow. Time keeps marching on. So what do you guys do? Do y'all have a regular doctor? Do all of y'all have a regular family physician? Or do you go to a clinic where you just see the first doctor that's available? I looked at the ratings. You can actually rate your doctor now. And some of these doctors didn't have a very good rating at all, even though I couldn't pronounce their name. I don't want to go to a doctor that I can't understand what he's saying or she's saying either. You know what I mean? I don't mean that to be rude. I just mean that, if you're not able to speak English really well, and you're not really able to understand what I'm saying perfectly, then I'm not sure that I want to use you, because I'm telling you that I've got a pain here and you're hearing something else. So that's a little different. But here we go down the old highway here. So Highway 281, it's a busy little highway. I've mentioned it 1,000 times. And we got a Snowbird coming here pulling a fifth wheel that's fixing to pass me. Looks like a Snowbird. The license plate looks kind of out of state-ish. You got a big old good one. Well, that's not that big. That's a Puma toy hauler. Whoa. But I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Isn't that terrible that I'm scared to go to a doctor? Wow. But it's the truth. I'm telling you, it is the truth. I've had a few people in the past few years that went to doctors and ended up staying in the hospital and never came out. Well, they did come out and went home and died. But anyway, that's not good, man. I don't know. It puts me in a real dilemma, because if I did have a real issue, health issue, I might hesitate too long and compound the problem. But I'll have to work that out on my own. But we're going to go camping soon, guys. Probably, it's amazing how time gets by. But probably in March, when the morning lows, where I'm going to be going in March and April, and I know they'll be warming up. But whenever March and April look like they're going to be consistently 45 and above, yeah, we'll be taking a hard look at it then. And I've done this enough. I've gone traveling enough, pulling an RV, gone camping in a Prius and a pickup, that I know what is most comfortable, and that's what I'm looking for now, is just to be very comfortable, preferably internet access. I don't need power. I got solar, so we're good on that. Got him a little tiny UHaul trailer. Wonder what they rent those for. Yeah, you could live in that. You could rent if you had to, if you had to travel across the U.S., you could rent one of those, stay at Walmart's all the way across the United States, and live pretty good. Have your little cooker back there, a little bed, and a fan of some kind. Get you a 12-volt battery that you can charge while you're driving, and you'd live a whole lot better than you would in motel rooms. I do not like motel rooms. You'd think we was on Interstate 35. I'll end the video when I get up here to Lowe's. I know there are those that say I need to shorten the videos. There are those that don't really care, and then there's me. I just do what I do. It's hard to end a video when you're driving down a highway because you have to take your eyes off the highway for a minute nearly, or you have to break your concentration. You know, some of them have a remote, you know, you can turn it on and off. I don't have that, and I don't plan on getting it. I'm fine with what I got. Oh, I'll change eventually, I imagine, sure, like anything else. Well, what'll happen is the phones will just get better and better and better, because this phone right now does not have image stabilization. The new phones, some of the new high-end phones do. Well, what that means is eventually the low-end phones will have image stabilization. And that would be a help, because that stops all the shakiness in the driving vids, and even walking. It helps a great deal if you're out walking. So I can't find a doctor, but I would like to get those tests run. Just, you know, the blood work, you know, the PSA for the prostate thing is important. They also do a white blood cell count, you know, kind of a semi-cancer check, because if your white blood cell count is way up, that's an indicator of something ain't right. And then blood pressure, of course, and cholesterol, and all that stuff. I don't have any issue. I don't have any problem with cholesterol and blood pressure, but you know, I am a male and I am 72 years old. Okay, guys, gasoline right there on the left is $2.18 a gallon. I do not need to get gassed. Oh, I haven't passed Lowe's yet. I got it at Walmart yesterday. It was $2.16, I think, for regular unleaded. And then I get 3% off of that by using my Bank of America Cash Rewards card. I get 3% back on all gasoline purchases, so that means I save about 6 or 7 cents per gallon at $2 a gallon. $2.16, $2.18, whatever it is. But I'm gonna go to Lowe's today. I would go to Walmart, but sometimes they're a little busy. And this place is busy too, because there aren't many choices. If you're building anything, you've got Home Depot, Ace Hardware, and Lowe's, and that's it. It is fun being out and about, just getting out and doing stuff. Just getting out and going walking makes me get excited. You can tell what kind of life I lead. But be that as it may, guys, from Central Texas, USA, this has been Rusty78609 saying, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, by anything your little heart desires. But if you think about it and you want to go to the extra effort, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my videos. Why? Because I'm an Amazon affiliate. You go to Amazon and buy anything, I get a small commission. Does not cost you a dime. The product doesn't cost any more because you use the link. So, what else? Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. It's good for you. It will help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it will also help you lose weight because you'll be full of water. What else? Stretch. Oops, wrong. Take deep breaths. Take a deep breath, hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that relieves stress, and relieving stress lowers your blood pressure, and lowering your blood pressure is just really good for you anywhere in the world. What else? Stretch and walk and keep your body in motion. I've already done my stretches at home, and I will now go do some walking for until, well, I don't know, probably an hour, 45 minutes minimum, in that range. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoy your Friday and enjoy your weekend coming up, and we'll talk again sometime. Anyway, guys, adios, bye-bye.